Hello, good morning, everyone. Here I want to debate the motion is abortion shall be legalized. So let me start. One of the core arguments to legal abortion is the woman's right to choose what happens to her body and to have control over her choices. Many argue that it's a fundamental right that a pregnant woman is free to choose whether to proceed with the pregnancy or choose an abortion. From a medical point of view, is the perception that personhood only starts when a fetus is viable outside of the womb. Rather than at conception, babies born before the 24-week cutoff time for an abortion can occasionally survive with specialist care, but the odds of survival are much lower. For this reason, some people that advocate for legal abortion would like to see the time frame reduced. Supporting when a fetus becomes a person is research from the Royal College of Obstetricians, which found that fetuses are incapable of feeling pain at the time that most abortions are performed. Another argument in favor is built on the understanding that some women will still seek to have an abortion even if it's illegal. Access to legal, professional abortions that are carried out by professionals reduces the risk of maternal death and injury. A woman who has an abortion must have good reasons why she does it. Abortion itself is an option. Whether she wants to do it or not. Nowadays, there are so many victims of rape that have gotten pregnant. It is traumatic for those who experience it. Also, abortion is not recommended, but in the future, the child who is born does not get full affection because the mother does not want it. And the solution may be an abortion. Many countries do not allow abortion for many reasons. Abortion can also be fatal. Women who have an abortion are very at risk of death because of process of the abortion itself, and maybe that is why it is illegal for countries out there to have an abortion. But now, there are too many cases of newborn children who are abandoned because they are not wanted and women are afraid to have an abortion. If the government legalized abortion, the number of newborns that would have been abandoned would be reduced. Here are the examples. A woman who has an abortion must have good reasons why she does it. Abortion lowers crime. Some estimates claim that legalized abortion accounted for as much as 50% of the drop in murder, property crime, and violent crime between 1973 and 2001. Teenage girl, unmarried woman, and poor women are more likely to have unintended pregnancies. Unwanted babies are often raised poor, increasing her chances of leading criminal lives in adulthood. Abortion should be legal because it is an effective tool in population control, malnutrition, starvation, poverty, lack of medical and educational services. Pollution, underdevelopment, and conflict over resources are all consequences of overpopulation. The anti-abortion position is usually a religious belief and threatens the vital separation of church and state. Religious ideology should not be a foundation for law in the United States. Some societies have used abortion as a substitute for adequate provision of contraception or quite deliberately to regulate population size. In 1965, a United Nations conference on world population in Belgrade said that abortion was the chief method of birth control in the world at that time. Most Western supporters of abortion rights do not support abortions carried out for such reasons, or at least not explicit public policy. However, some doctors do argue that abortion should be part of a country's contraception to end unwanted pregnancies in order to deal with failures with control. Some Ethicists dislike the argument that abortion should be allowed where the baby, if born, would suffer from physical or mental handicaps. They say that allowing this as a reason for abortion is offensive to disabled people because it implies that they and their lives are less worthwhile than the lives of normal people. And some people with disabilities that could be put forward as grounds for abortion argue that they would much rather be alive than have been killed in the womb. So I can conclude that women have the right to have control over her choices. Women must have a reason why they do an abortion. Thank you very much.